Today, we are living in a very crowded world of high technology, especially in computer and communication information. We are living in the era of internet, which makes every message can be delivered in social media. Everyone can be connected with their personal agent, which makes it easy to communicate in good news or bad news. Today, we are popular knowing about hoax. Basically saying hoax is a trick in which someone tells people a lie. For example, there's a bomb on somewhere and there is not. Or that picture is real and there is not. Another example of fake news is hoax that bring into conflicts in public. My question is, do we have clear heart to see our brothers and sisters having a party of with their own countrymen? Is this what you want? We need to know that hoax is a destructive news. Ladies and gentlemen, form of human communication that automatically generated by the human brain. It occurs every time we speak and is embedded backward into the sound of our speech. This is previously undiscovered function of the mind is the mind's own input, voice speaking from the deep region of consciousness. Forward speech is from the left brain, and reverse speech is from the right brain. Every hard news, hoax, or fake news, or you can say the three of it, can automatically influence us to follow and direct brain to do something like the message that you receive. That's very dangerous because it will build on knowledge personality daily activity our habit. Remember, fake news can't be stopped, but we can certainly minimize it. Social media is the platform to discover what we value. We pick up story posts or interests or likes. Then we share or forward it. Never shall I pick up a story published, or do research a post that is true or false. We never care to confirm it, right? Well, if you are not sure of the facts, please don't share it. Be the responsible one. As we know, hoax can influence us to do bad things. Here's my simple tips for us against hoax. First, be aware of the news that we accepted. The second one, when we accept the news, we need to cross-check the source of the news. My conclusion, hoax is like cancer. Why did I say that so? Because it can spread quickly, invisible. But when they appear, the effects are so damaging. And we as individuals need to take stand against hoax in whichever way possible. Social media must unite us, not separate us or keep us away. My name is Della Lindsay from Curtis High School. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Respectable all judges and honorable all audiences. Good afternoon. My name is Fatandra Mahasaswar and I'm from 161 Junior High School. Today, I'll be delivering my speech about our challenge against hoax. But first, we have to be grateful and thankful to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala that has been giving us mercies and blessings so we can come here and attend this competition in a good condition. Standing here in front of you all, I will be delivering my speech about our challenge against hoax. But first, we have to know the definition of hoax. So, what is a hoax? Raise your hands if you do. Well, that's great to hear. Well, for the ones who don't know, a hoax is a false information or fake news that are spread all over social media. You can tell that even though that this is just for fun for a lot of people, it could be a negative impact for everybody and even yourself. These things are usually done in events that are passed along with jokes. But that doesn't mean this is right to do. Social media has grown rapidly over the years, and as a result, people are polarized into people that use social media positively and people that use social media negatively. And for the ones who does use it negatively, they use it to make hoaxes and fake news and spread it all over social media. Okay, listen, hoax might be just for fun for a lot of people, but the negative impact could be really, really dangerous. It could make people very upset after realizing the news that they read was fake, after having so much hope that it could even tear this whole country apart. This is how bad it is if we keep doing this. I say, this needs to stop. So, before you believe in the news and spread it even further, you need to recheck the sources and the information itself. So, here are the ways for you to know if the news that you read was real or just another hoax. First, we have appearance, what the article looks like. If it doesn't look like your regular and professional blog, and it just looks so fake and amateur made, it might just be another hoax. Second, link network, how other articles connect to this article. Third, we have support, how other articles across the globe with the same information support or refer to this article. And finally, editor, the experience of the person that created this article itself. Is he known for spreading real news, or is he just known for spreading hoax? We don't know. So here are the following types of hoaxes. Up first, we have academic hoaxes. Just by the name, you can tell that this hoax is usually about academics in school. After that, we have religious hoaxes. Hoaxes that are about religion. Third, we have hoaxes that are socially appropriate, like in events, like we just said, in April Fool's Day. Fourth, we have criminal hoaxing. Hoaxes that diverts time and money for police investigations. Finally, we have computer virus hoaxes. Hoaxes that are about viruses that are spread all over computers and other devices. So, here are the ways for you to prevent on getting any hoaxes. So, what do you have to do? Well, what you have to do first is when entering commercial websites, don't give your email account because we don't know what they can use it for, am I right? Second, when entering news groups, don't use your real email account. Third, what you have to do is you need to tell your families and friends and everybody you know on how to recognize a hoax. And finally, these are the things that most of you do is don't forward any received messages if you're not convinced of this veracity. Okay, so what have we learned? Well, what we learned is we need to be careful and aware of the hoaxes that are spread all over social media. Just like what we discussed, it could be a horrible impact for everybody and even yourself. So I hope you all learned a lesson today, and we need to stop spreading hoax. So that is all for my speech. Stop spreading hoax and stay away from them. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mahashima, and I'm from Muhammadiyah Junior High School. I am very thankful for the opportunity today to talk about applying positive habits for a better Indonesia. environment and learn how to survive and adapt in the society. In this era, it is really easy for us to be smart. Easy access to the internet, we can get many different information. We can learn many new things, new languages, study about other countries, study about school subjects. Not everything has to be taught at school. You learn from the society, you learn from our parents, you can learn from our friends, from the people that we meet, and learn through each of other people's stories. Teenagers' condition in the field of economy, in the field of poverty and inequality and human development. There are still 10% of the population of Indonesia that are still living under the poverty lines. That is a pretty big figure. There are still so many unemployed people in Indonesia. We have to take care of that. The reason why I said educating ourselves is really important is to provide, not is to provide bad things happening in the future. So we should start learning from now and study more about other things. We have to be curious about it. That's all I have today. I feel that this will be on motivation and if your help us change to be a better person, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Erlangga and I'm from Babak Respectable to all judges. First of all, give thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us His blessings to be together with His best friends. Salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam who has guided us from darkness to brightness. Today, thank you so much for giving me a chance to deliver my speech. Today, I will discuss about what we can do as students or future generations to make Indonesia cleaner and greener. As students or future generations, we need to do something better to make Indonesia cleaner and greener. Nowadays, Indonesia faces many obstacles due to environmental damage and problems. There are so many plastic waste. We need to work together to make a better living place without plastic waste and pollutions. In this era, we need to make other people think that it is very, very important for us to make Indonesia clean again and much more greener. There are so many plastic wastes out there. We need to get everyone to help us and make Indonesia more clean. In some ways, we need to like forms, reduce all of the plastics out there, raise awareness to everyone, and give all of the news out there, especially like nowadays, there are fire burning up there. We need to get those news out there and make people believe that we do need to make Indonesia cleaner. Because Indonesia is one of the lungs of the world. We all know that. If that is gone, Indonesia will be brought down by a lot of people. Thank you so much for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We need to know what a hoax is. So, what is a hoax? A hoax is basically fake news that is usually spread online. I know one of you probably got a text message from a WhatsApp group talking talking about a news article that turned out to be fake. Hoaxes are very common in Indonesia. For example, an article talking about a war that's not even happening, or someone you know in public figures is dead. This is a real problem in Indonesia that we all must face. We need to stop creating these hoaxes. Then how do we know if an article you read on a shady website is true? Well, it's pretty easy. You just need to check their sources and check if there are any other articles that are relating to the news you read. Moving on. Hate speech. Hate speech is in simple two words that has many meanings. Hate speech is basically when someone expresses hate towards a certain group. Hate speech can be as simple as name calling. Hate speech is very common. It usually starts with topics like politics, religion, or even race. Hate speech doesn't really happen face to face, but it can also happen online on their social media platforms like Instagram. That is where my next topic leads to. Cyber abuse, or more known as cyberbullying, is when someone goes to an online platform and harasses other people. Not a lot of people know what cyber abuse means, and it is a real problem in Indonesia. 20 to 50% of people has been cyberbullied. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to be more aware of these problems, and we have to try and prevent them. I was bullied once, and it didn't feel great. All of these things are connected to bullying. Can any of you here believe that bullying is still a thing in 2019? We have progressed so far as a society, but we're still bullying people that are different from us. It didn't feel great when I was bullied. Imagine if you had no friends, if no one stood up for you. Not your friends, not your teachers. It was the worst feeling ever. And I don't want it to happen to any other person. We need to stop this now. If not now, when? In conclusion, we need to be more critical in receiving news from the internet. We must not believe anything we see or hear. And also, we need to accept the differences in other people, their opinions, their religions, and also their skin color. We also must not bully them. That's it for my speech. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih ya Pak ya.
Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Eko Setianugroho. You can call me Eko if you want. I am 15 years old and I am from SMP Al-Fajar, South Jakarta. Let us pray and give thanks to Allah who give us or who bestowed us with His mercy. And don't forget to say blessings to Nabi Muhammad SAW so that we can gather in a hopeless night today. Today, I want to talk about reading in a school environment. Reading is a very important to do. It has a good impact for our community or our environment. For example, if we plant a tree or even a small flower, it has or it can be the lung of the environment or community, or even it can filterize the air on our community or even our environment. Reading is very simple to do, very easy. if you have the will to do it. Learning in the school environment is very easy to do too. For the teacher or even the student. For example, the teacher and the student can plant a tree or even a flower to decorate the school or even make the school even happier. Or for the simplest example, in the school environment, you can just put a trash in the dustbin. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I'm 12 years old and I'm from the Erlangga Junior High School. So now I want to talk about the generation that bring attention. Yet is a figure that always brings attention, and yet in this nation has a potential for influence in. For the example is Instagram, YouTuber, and many else. Do you know Mr. Soekarno? Nobody dropped him in speech to encourage the youth and believe in Indonesia. This whole journey show us how great influence of the Indonesians potential. Dr. Kadewi said there are three things that you must underlie as a young nation aspiration. First, young have to be kind, have to be smart, and then that have potential for maybe that's all I could say. I'm sorry if I have a mistake. Thank you.
Honorable to all of the judges, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hassan Ramadan from Al-Abrar Junior. My salat and salam must be unto our lovely Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from darkness to the lightness, from the stupidity era to the cleverness era, with the hope that we'll get his help in the day later, fit dunya wal akhirah. Amin. Thirdly, I'll never forget to say thanks to Juris, who has given me opportunity to deliver my speech in front of you. And I'd like to present my speech under the title, The Role of Young Generation in Development. Our younger generation over here has felt the beauty of independence. As we know, it requires a heavy struggle. But the word independence will be more complete if the people live justly and prosper, after which the next task in development, physical and non-physical development. We can say that physical is the accessibility and non-physical it is our heart and minds, such as attitudes and knowledge. Yes, we have to have to build our country. And then, as a young generation, the hope of a nation that is not small in number. We are very needed in development, and we must know life is a struggle and a stronger for life. What the of the in what ways we as young generation feel the independence? I think we can feel the independence with steady heart and be a creative person. We can create something beneficial for Indonesian people and become a formidable fighter to maintain this country, remain strong and still be a rich country. And then we must show our behavior that is not arrogant, humble, and not smoking, not drinking alcohol, and not using drugs. Why? Because it will destroy our life. If it is destroyed, what can we do for our country? Of course, we are not the hope of a nation anymore. All of my friends whom I love, if not us as a young generation in this country, who else will build our country? So let us all be aware of what our duties and responsibilities are as a young people. let's build our country in a better direction. Because we are all of young generation of a nation hope. Finally, let us look at the future with the hope that will make us meaningful for ourselves, our family, our state, and our nation. We must proud to be Indonesian children, and we must sure we can change our country. We can change Indonesia to be the better direction, the success, and to be powerful country. Okay, I think my speech is enough. I beg your pardon if there are many faults when I deliver my speech. Thanks for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Indonesia is a large country with the fourth largest population in the world and with one of the highest economic growth in the world. Indonesia has great potential to become a developed country. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bill Brilliano from Dharma Suci Junior High School, and I am very happy to bring an interesting topic about what contribution can the youth make for a better and a greater Indonesia. Now, the millennial generation is taking over the rotation of world economy, and soon the next generation will be taking over. The question is, why can the youth contribute to a better and a greater Indonesia? Well, the youth, like all of us here, are the future for our nation. We can change the course of Indonesia because we have a role to make a change, which is tasked with making changes in society towards a better and a greater Indonesia. In addition, youth also play the role of modernization, which is tasked with choosing what needs to change and what needs to be maintained. We also play the role of developing Indonesia, which is tasked with assisting in the development of society, both physical and non-physical. But most importantly, we must all have a high spirit to make a better and a greater Indonesia. How can the youth contribute to a better and a greater Indonesia? There are about 5 ways for young people to contribute for the nation. First, educate the country's children. According to UNESCO data, there are about 6.1% of people who still cannot read or write. We can help by joining programs to teach in various regions who have not gained knowledge like us. Second, live up the name Indonesia with our talent. If we have certain abilities, such as in sports, arts, music, train them until it gets better. And maybe one day, we can bring up the name Indonesia with our talent through international events. Third, use local goods. It is proven that the rupiah exchange rate is critically low and is one of the weakest in the world. It is because we are using foreign products too much. We should try to use our own products from our own country that can increase the value of rupiah. Fourth, join volunteers. There is still a lot of poverty that is suppressing the development of society. Many people are starting to help the underprivileged. But what about us? We can help too by joining them in organizations to help the poor. Fifth, be responsible for the environment. Many floods that has happened around various regions of the country. Instead of waiting for the government's next step to take care of this problem, we should start with ourselves. Throwing the trash at the right place, using metal straws than plastic straws, and using how to recycle. In conclusion, there are about 5 ways for young people to contribute for the nation. educate the country's children, live up the name Indonesia with our talent, use local goods, join volunteers, and be responsible for the environment. Let us all build a better and a greater Indonesia, starting from ourselves. One small action can make a huge difference. Nothing is impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, thank you for your attention to my speech. Good day to you all.
If you're insulting people on the internet, you must be ugly. It's something by Philester. Hello everyone, my name is Chelsea Daria. I'm 13 years old and I'm in the 8th grade. Today, I'm going to talk about hoax, hate speech, and social media abuse. Okay, so let's talk about them. We all know about them, right? I mean, it's been common for us to see them often nowadays. And we all must have seen one of them or heard one of them. Like hoax, hate speech, hate comments, rude comments, and such at either your social media accounts or at others. And or maybe you're the one who do all those things. So first, let me tell you about hoax. So hoax is to trick people into believing or accepting something genuine as false or posters or a falsehood that intended to fool and to entertain. For example, the case of Momo Challenge. The Momo Challenge gained public's attention in July 2018, and they are targeting teenagers, people presenting themselves as a character named Momo, and on WhatsApp messages. They are trying to convince people to contact them into with their cell phone, and many people just believe in it. Even experts and charities have warned that it's only a moral panic spread by adults. And finally, in 2019, they finally telling the truth that it's only a creepypasta that is spread by irresponsible people. And number two, it's about hate speech. So basically, hate speech is a writing that expresses prejudice against a particular group, especially religion, race, and sexual orientation. I'm going to talk about a strong and sensitive topic here. It's about LGBT. Some people hate, disgust, and discriminate people that have problem with their sexuality. And it's just so sad because it's not like they want to be born like that. They have no choice. Yet society are so cruel to them. And the last one, it's about social media abuse. For your understanding, social media abuse is almost the same as cyberbullying. And I'm going to tell you about one of the cases. It's about Brandy Villa. Brandy Villa is a 18 years old girl that got cyberbullied, leading her to shoot herself in the chest on Tuesday and at her family's Texas City home as her family members watched. Villa, her father, said she had been receiving abusive text messages from bullies using an untraceable smartphone application. And even someone made a fake Facebook page of her. And finally, on Tuesday, she did it. She killed herself as her family members watched. And all of these cases are so tragic. There are so many of them. So that's why let me tell you the solutions, how to face the challenges that we've been talking about. Number one, the solutions for the hoax or fake news. Number one, develop critical mindset. The reason why hoax or fake news is such a big issue because it's often believable, and that's why it's easily to get caught out. Number two is to search the source. If you come across a story and you found a source that you just heard of, then do some digging. Find out a bit more about the source. Is it a professional news agency, or is it just someone's personal blog? And lastly, it's the next one. It's about hate speech. So even if you're not technically the target of the hate speech, you can help by following the tips that it might be helpful. Number one, do not target the outfit. Thank you for listening to my speech. And yeah, goodbye.
Judges, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. My name is Muhammad Zaman from High School, and I'm here to deliver my speech in front of you all. Salam, please guide us from the darkness to the light, from the stupidity era to the timeless era. I hope that you will get yourself in a day later in dunya al akhirah. Amen. Thirdly, I'm going to to say thanks to the viewers who have given me the opportunity to deliver my speech in front of you all. Sitting in front of you all, I'd like to present my speech entitled The Role of Young Generation in the World. All of the viewers, our younger generation, our year has felt the beauty of independence. To get it is a very heavy struggle. But the word independence will help people live justly and prosper. Reach the next steps of development, physical and non-physical development. Now, can we say that physical is the existing building and non-physical is our hearts and minds of the country? As a young generation, the hope of the nation that is not small in number. We are very needed in the world. In what ways we as a generation feel the independence? I think we can feel this independence to study hard, become a person who can personally beneficial to the nation people, and become a critical fighter to maintain this country to be strong and still be a rich country. We must show a behavior that is not arrogant, humble, not smoking, not drinking alcohol, and not using drugs. We all know what arrogant and humble is, right? That's an attitude. But smoking, drinking, drugs, all of that will damage your body. And also, it will also destroy our life. And if it is destroyed, what can we do for our country? Of course, we are not the whole nation anymore. All the years, we built our country in a better direction. All along with the generation of nation hope. Finally, let us look at the future with hope that will make us meaningful and meaningful for ourselves, our family, nation, and state. We are proud to be a nation concerned. Okay, that's all my speech. Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
The Honorable Judges and Your Excellency of all audiences, good afternoon. My name is Destia Rafaima, and I'm a 9th grader from the Manrani Junior High School, Bekasi. First of all, let's praise the Almighty God because of His blessings. I'm truly honored to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a phase in our life where children thirsty on learning and trying new things to discover and unlock our potentials. That phase called young age. Young age is commonly known as the age of finding the true identity in someone's life. Therefore, no wonder if there are lots of confusion on what they are going to be in the future. Yet indeed, they really are the hope for a nation because they will be the leader in the future. As once Nelson Mandela ever said, the youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. And we can tell that everyone has the hope for a better change in youth potentials. So, in this very moment, I'm standing here to tell you all about what contribution can the youth make for better and greater of Indonesia. It has been proven that youth have the capability to make a change. So now, let's go back to the past. There were many times when Indonesian youth were making movements, even though Indonesia was still under the colonization. Let's take the example of Muhammad Hatta. He started to lead Indonesia, and he also attended the anti-colonization court when he was only 23 years old. Another name, that is Gajah Dewantara. He established Indonesia Poltei in 1912 when he was only 20 years old, along with Louis Dekker and Cipto. As for the recent case, there was this mass protest happening by thousands and thousands of university students. The thrust of the youth is not only an age, but instead of number of age, there is this great potential in order to make a better change for our country. But still, even though there are many evidence that show to us like how great the youth potential is, still there is this negative statement saying, I'm too young for this. That seemingly, if we're young, then we cannot do anything for our country. If we could just believe that we're the agent of change and we're the future leader of this country, then we should change the statement from I'm too young for this into I'm the future leader of this country. We should embrace our young age as the age of learning, not as an excuse to do nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, instead of wasting our age in a bad way, like using drugs or making something foolish in social media and spreading hatred or making useless friends for you, we should be bold and encourage ourselves for a greater good. And in order to do that, there are several things that we should do. First thing first, believe in yourself and chase your dreams, no matter what your passion is. Nowadays, there are many ways to be the pride of a nation. It doesn't always have to compete and win in academic field like debate or World Match Championship. Athletes, musicians, artists could also contribute for our country. For instance, in the field of sport, we all know and proud to Lionel Messi and Totally Ahmad, who won the gold medal in badminton with doubles back in Rio Olympics 2016. Secondly, enhance your capacity building. There are many platforms to enhance your capacity building. As simply as at school, you can involve yourself in some activity like student council, Red Cross team, scout, and many more. These platforms is important to you to broaden your network and enrich your knowledge so that in the future your personality will be wiser because you bravely allow yourself to get out of your comfort zone. And thirdly, do not ever think about the outcome is to stay focused. If we do believe in the words, the result will never betray the effort, then we should give our best. We should put our maximum effort on what are we doing right now. Even Thomas Alva Edison tried 999 times to discover the light bulb until he finally did it. Sir, can you possibly? It means that it doesn't matter if we fail. It doesn't mean that we're a failure. It just means that we have to try better and work harder next time. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can conclude that youth have the capacity to make a change. So, youth should be aware of their true identity. We should encourage ourselves to do more, learn more, and act more instead of doing nothing. We should make our country proud because we are the hope of the nation. And lastly, the change is in our hands because if not us, the young generation, then who do it? Then who else? Ladies and gentlemen, that is all my speech. I hope my brief speech will be useful for us. And also, I'd like to say my sincere apologies for all the mistakes. Thank you so much for your attention. Last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
One, my name is Amira Arista, and I'm an 8th grader of the Manran Junior High School class. First of all, let's praise our Almighty God. Because of His blessing, we can gather here in Erlangga Speech Contest 2019. Second of all, I'd like to thank all of the judges for the opportunity. This is such an honor to be standing here and deliver my speech about how to deal with environmental issues as a student. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been recognized by the entire world that our Earth is not the same as it was before. There are some drastic changes that have been occurred since a few years ago, such as climate change, increment in natural disaster, global warming, and many other things. It all due to our changing lifestyle. Our Earth consists of 5 elements: water, fire, land, sky, and air. And we have disturbed the environmental cycle by cutting the vast amount of trees who contribute the most in balancing the environmental cycle, installment of large polluting industries, hunting and poaching of animals leading toward the endangered, and so on. Out of this, the question is, what kind of future we want, or what kind of future we are going to hand over to our next generation? Is this the kind of development we have dreamed about? Walking with a mask on our face, struggle in floods and earthquakes, destruction of animals who aren't even aware of what's happening around. For instance, the forest fire that's happening in some part of Indonesia, such as Kalimantan, Jambi, and Riau, seems likely a very important and pressing issue right now, because it caused a toxic haze to all around the places and even our neighborhood countries, Singapore and Malaysia. It destroyed the habitat of some wild species and is very dangerous for people's health, especially their respiratory problems. Ladies and gentlemen, realize it or not, we live in this earth depends on the environment. Our environment has a great influence in our life. Good or bad, the condition of our environment will absolutely affect our life, even our existence. Let's close our eyes and remember a few years back. Few years ago, we could still see many green trees around us. But now, those green trees are gone and replaced with the gray stiff buildings. A few years ago, we could fill our lungs with the fresh air of oxygen. But now, those oxygen are gone and replaced with a thick carbon monoxide. A few years ago, we could see our reflection in the river because the clear water it has. But now, those reflections are gone and replaced with a pale face of trash. Nowadays, gray stiff building that we see, polluted water that we drink, thick carbon monoxide that we breathe, becoming our daily menu right now. Do we just stay still and enjoy this bitter menu every day? Or we can do something small, hopping to see green trees, breathe fresh air, and drink clear water once more. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are several ways that we can do as a student to make Indonesia cleaner and once again greener. We can start from tiny activities such as plant some trees, place the rubbish in the perfect area, conserve electric power, and also decrease the use of vehicle will certainly save our atmosphere from devastation. If these activities are done by people in this world, it will absolutely produce a possibility to recover our city from damage. significant duty to recuperate our environment so in the future we can still live much better life. Remember, my friend, our setup is for life. If it is destroyed, our life will absolutely be damaged too. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all my speech. I hope my brief speech about the environment will be useful for us. And also, I would like to say sorry for all the mistakes I have made. This is all from me. Thank you for your nice attention. And last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Spears of errors and so on which are included in the negative effect of social media are become our new daily habits. And those bad habits must be eliminated immediately because it is not good and harmful to us. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Muhammad Rashid Al and I will give you tips to handle or be against the negative effect of social media. Okay, the progress of communication and information technology today not only has a positive impact, but also a bad impact. Submission of information is so quick that everyone has easily used the information. And information is passed through several social media, such as Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, and others cannot be filtered properly. Information released by individuals through social media and electronics, when seen and read by many people, can affect emotion and feelings. It's unfortunate if the information is inaccurate information. Moreover, the information is hoax information with a very provocative titles that leads to the and recipients to negative opinions. Okay, I have a bad story with my best friend, and this is the story. When I sit in the garden with my best friend, and my best friend looks the hoax information with a false view, and he said this. Look at this, this is just useless man in this world. Unless you love for him. He's not like that. And I say, with a flat face. I said like this. Yeah, that's you love. Love because you have proven that you are more waste from him. More useless of him. You don't know anything about him. All you know is to judge, and more judge. Okay, wait. Look at it. Did you know? Do you know? Do you will know what is he doing? What is she doing? And what is he doing? Did you know? Do you know? Do you will know? Yeah, you don't know. All you know is just talking about her and being consumed by negative impact of social media. Understand? I said like that. And my friend is a silent in a long time. And my relationship with my boyfriend is going good. Okay, back to the topic. There's one of negative effect of social media that is trusting so that it can be spread of her. If there is have a problem, there's always have solution. And I will give you 5 solutions to handle or against the negative effect of social media. Okay, number 1 is be careful with a provocative news. Why I said like this? Because the provocative news makes your emotion doesn't control and you become a harass. Number 2 is pay attention. Yes, pay attention. Pay attention to sentence, pay attention to titles, pay attention to information. Until you know this is true or this is not. This is real or this is fake. This is hoax or not. Number 3 is do not care. Do not care. This is so important for your life. It's do not care. Do not care with everything with a negative value. If you care, you just look like a stupid people and useless people. Number 4 is make it as motivation. If you hit by speed of error from your errors, make it as motivation to become a powerful person in this world. Example, at holiday. Number 5 is keep your hand and your mouth from speed of error. If you don't want to hit by speed of error from your errors, because you don't deserve to speed of error. Just like that from me, and try as much possible to refrain from outside speed of error. Because it's only makes you look stupid and useless. And learn not to care about everything with a negative value, especially social media. Life is simple, life is your choice. Take it or leave it. My name is Muhammad Rashid Al-Fattar. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks to our God who has given us happiness so we can gather in these special competitions with
without any obstacles. And let me introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Faiz Ali and I am from Madrasah Sanawiyah Sebek, Jakarta. Now I would like to deliver a speech entitled, "What can we do as future generations to keep our environment cleaner and greener?" Ladies and gentlemen, I saw the news on my phone and Instagram, and the news told me Jakarta is the third city that has the dirtiest air in the world. Can you imagine it? I can't imagine. But believe or not, it has already happened in our city. It happens because large amount of vehicles we use, like cars, motorbikes, trucks, and many more. And if we breathe the air pollution without any mask, without any protections, it will be bad for our health. Our body can experience disease such as acute breathing, asthma, pneumonia, cancer, stroke, even the worst is death. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's we talk about the garbage. Garbage may be a little things in our life, but if we can't control it, if we can't manage it, if we can throw it and put it in the trash can, our environment will be bad, unhealthy, dirty, and will be automatically contained with many diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, our environment is so important for our future. So we must stop those things from happening. But how? Don't worry. Now I would like to share a few tips to make our environment cleaner and greener. First is reduce single-use items, especially plastic, straws, to-go cups, disposable razors, and plastic grocery bags are some ubiquitous examples of single-use products in our economy. And finding an optional items for these items we use just once and we toss it, we throw it. It's a simple way to make a big difference. An example like a plastic grocery bag. Try to replacing it with tote bag. Tote bag is more fashionable, more sustainable, and eco-friendly. Second, use eco-friendly transportation. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what I mean when I say eco-friendly? Eco-friendly is all of the things that are friendly to our environment and doesn't harm the surrounding of our environment. And if we use uneco vehicles like cars and motorbikes too much, our environment will be containing lots of pollutions, and it will be bad for our health. So what should we do? The thing that you should do is, if you want to get somewhere, try to get right with Transjakarta, bicycle, electric motorbike like Migo, or even by walking by yourself. It's more healthier for your body. And third is plant trees in our green living areas with native plants. The industrialization sprawl have been taken away our trees. The trees, our main source of oxygen, have been taken away. Trees is beautiful and they do their part to keep our environment cleaner and greener. They conserve water, they make an oxygen, they reduce carbon pollution, and they support local wildlife. It's good, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, by planting one tree today, you can make a green living space for your future and make an unadulterated oxygen a reality for our kids. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, I want to conclude my speech. We, as future generations, must keep our environment cleaner and greener. Even though the Industrial Revolution 4.0, it has already started right now. If not us, who? Let's start from ourselves, from a little things in our environment. And don't put off till tomorrow what we can do today. I think that's all my speech. I'm Ahmad Faiz Ali. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
First of all, we should thank God for His abundant graces, mercies, and support. So today, we all can now gather here together to attempt to perform and to compete in an online speech contest. My name is and I'm a thankful for each and every feature of the The theme of the speech presentation is we are asking for the nation to make it a better organization. So, let's go inside the lobby of the nation. That is, you can see that the nation is sound centers, depends its the nation's contribution is the So, if we take a look back at our field, contribution to internet and building relationships with information, we can see that this is essentially a question of future planning. What defines the internet? Subject, youngs, and object, contribution. Youngs, I think youngs is and it's works. It's every single person that have soul for life, soul to innovate, to create, soul to fight for themselves, soul to contribute for their whole country. And to the object contribution. Contribution depends on our willingness. Willingness may be our passions, interests, and our skills. Passions is what make us pumped up, is what make us keep recharged, and even if we do it for a long time. Interests is the focus, the target, the point of what we like. And skills is the ability of us to do one or more things with affection. So maybe we're all thinking, okay, there's all sort of things about contribution seems very easy to understand. Yet there's so many people, so many population, there's a level of the nation. But there's just some people and they want to do contribution for their country. Why? Because the rest can't bear the obstacles. The obstacles can be physical, can be ideas, can be obstacles. Moral is the trickiest one. There can be a lack of confidence, lack of initiation, ambition, enthusiasm, and lack of determination. We have to drift up to all of these for ourselves so we can contribute, we can be the best we do, we can be the first to make it. And perhaps now we can see the question of one simple, the answer of one simple question, what is contribution? We can say that contribution is the best part you can give, the best thing you can do to expand in a larger way to future for ourselves, for others, and for our own country. And if you want to contribute for the nation, train your talent, improve your knowledge. Because if you want to make Indonesia's better, try to make yourself better first. I hope you all enjoyed my speech today, and maybe this speech will also inspiration and motivation. I apologize for any kind of mistakes I've made during the before mention. And lastly, I want to say thank you very much. Good afternoon.
I want you to take a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you did not spend a whole day checking your social media accounts? Imagine that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and your other favorite social media platforms suddenly disappeared. How would you react? Good afternoon, honorable judges. I'm Giselle Angelica from Utari School Grand Surya, and I'll be discussing further the negative effects of social media that can leave a huge impact on our lives. As you all know, the evolution of modern technology has impacted what happens in lifestyle society. Social media provides plenty of advantages, such as easier access to information and communication. But just like anything else, social media has its own downfall. The phenomenon of social media has been increasing rapidly, and it is not only used for communicating, but it has also become a platform where people can express their thoughts and emotions freely. Social media provides the freedom to speak out their own opinions, and people might find this as something interesting, because not everyone has the opportunity to do that in public. However, people happen to forget about basic evidence, as bullying and vulgar words can be found there. Before social media existed, bullying has only been something done face to face. But as technology advanced, it has developed into something more vulnerable. For bullying can now be done online anonymously, or in this case, also known as cyberbullying or hate speech. Cyberbullying is referred as something when one uses the internet and technology for the purpose of harassment and providing harms. People have been misusing social media without them realizing it. These may be through sending inappropriate messages, uploading disturbing content, and threatening, and uploading content without proving. Nowadays, people tend to criticize out of pockets. And with these constant hate speech and judgments, it can lead to the entire
age. There have been numerous incidents involving children taking their own lives just because of one prevalent cause: social media abuse. One of them is the Megan Beer case that happened back in 2006. Just like any normal teenager, she was suffering with a lot of personal issues, including her weight. A boy befriended Megan from social media, but then decided to cut ties with her. He started attacking her with harsh insults and went to the extent of calling her names. Just a few days before her birthday, she was found hanging inside her closet, or in short, committed suicide. Well, there's an irony behind this whole incident. You see, after the police investigated the case, it turned out that the boy did not exist at all, but in fact was just a character created by Megan's female neighbor. Imagine teenagers taking their own lives just because of people misusing social media platforms. What mess have we caught ourselves in? In conclusion, social media is and will still be dangerous unless something is done about it. We have created this mess, and it's our decision to make a change for the future generations ahead of us. The choice is yours, and I hope you know what to do. Thank you.
Environment around them or to the people around them. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, social media are electric forms of communication in which people create online communities such as websites to share with each other information, ideas, and personal messages. Or to put it simply, social media are platforms in which you can share anything with anyone around the world. Now you might think, this is amazing, isn't it? Well, it is. You can share anything with anyone, you can receive news almost instantly, but like everything else, social media has its own downfalls. Hello everyone, my name is Nadia Victoria, and I am from High School, Sweden. There are numerous ways in which we can misuse social media. Whether it's children as young as 9 years old or adults in their 40s, people are constantly hooked on their phones. And the negative side to this is that everyone knows the basic disadvantages of social media, such as addiction, poor eyesight due to excessive screen time, no social life, lack of face-to-face communication. But what people don't know here is that social media can also create mental illnesses. Now, let's get to the darker side of social media. With almost 1 billion active users on Instagram as of 2019, you can contact almost anyone in the world from social media, whether they're people of different nationalities, people of different countries, people from different religions, or even the ones that are similar to yourself. But unfortunately, not all 1 billion users are respectful. Encountering a hateful user on social media would be the norm. But on 2015, the suicide rate among teenage girls are the highest it has ever been in 30 years. A real-life incident that happened not so long ago, 2017, was the death of Zoe Watts. The death of Zoe Watts in a National Health Service ward where she was being treated for mental illness. The 19-year-old's family soon then found out that she was posting distressing messages on social media. On one of her Instagram accounts, she posted, "I'm hopeless, and self-destruction is my only way of coping." And Zoe, who died in 2017, also posted on another platform, "Maybe I'm just not cut out for that. Maybe I'll stay this way forever." A fact suicidal dream. Zoe, who also suffered from anorexia, was a former gymnast in the Great Britain trampoline team. Keith Watts, her father, explained how he thinks that Instagram was the main issue of her problem. He explained how Instagram can create links that direct users to external sites that can encourage anorexia, self-harm, and even suicide. he added, it created a hidden corridor of information. But as author Jensen Sarah once said, as far as self-confidence goes, social media is all about as far as self-confidence goes, social media is about getting approval, likes, and comments from everyone, and comparing your lives to other people. While self-confidence is an insight job. It's about what you feel about yourself, no matter what anyone else thinks or says.
So, how do we make Indonesia cleaner and greener? So, you see here, there are two things, clean and green. And apparently, Jakarta seems to feel it both. So, Jakarta is one of the most air-polluted cities in the world. A city with a lot of polluted rivers, and a city that is also sinking. Jakarta is the capital city of Indonesia, one of the biggest, the second biggest marine polluter in the world, and a country that seems to be the 19th dirtiest one in the world, and a country that has lost 74 million hectares of rainforest in the past half century. Now, is there even any hope left for us? So, Ralph Emerson said, shallow men believe in luck or in circumstance, while strong men believe in cause and effect. I am not a man, but there is definitely a cause to this, a very elongated and complicated one. So, for what? There simply isn't a proper system to handle the massive amounts of waste we generate every day. So, if on a practical level, you can't really find a garbage can on the road, especially in remote areas. Now, even if locals are able to confine their waste into one space, there isn't a proper system to transport it to a processing plant. With 250 million people and thousands of Indonesian islands, the logistics are mind-boggling. And secondly, our culture is not as eco-focused as it should be. A popular explanation is that past generations used to throw everything on the ground, including their food packaging. And back then, food packaging was made of biodegradable banana leaves. But now, the act of throwing things on the ground has stayed, but packaging has been replaced from biodegradable banana leaves to plastic. And talking about leaves, Indonesia is home to between 10 and 15% of the world's known plants, mammals, and birds. And yet, with all that biodiversity, we have lost, as I said before, 74 million hectares of rainforest, an area twice the size of Germany. They have either been logged, degraded, or burned. Deforestation is mainly happening for commercial reasons, urbanization, and industrialization. But a lot of us, while we don't realize this, not only does deforestation make nature uglier, not only does littering and improper management make this world smellier, it also contributes to global warming. Global temperature increase brings disastrous consequences, and it endangers the survival of the flora and fauna on Earth, including us human beings. Now, human beings have made great strides in fighting things like this before, but climate change is a defining issue of our time, and we are at a defining moment. Without drastic action today, then adapting to these impacts in the future will be harder, more costly, and more difficult. There are so many things on the internet that we can learn on how to change our lifestyle, especially from these people called zero wasters. These people only create a small jar of trash each year, or even less. For deforestation, we start by having a tree, because we need to express our love to nature. I mean, we don't have to do that, but we can move towards recycled products, we can move towards organic products, we can avoid products that harm the environment. But what really matters is our care for the environment. How much do we actually care about this? We, as the successors of the generation before us, are held accountable
whether we like it or not. Remember that ozone hole? In the 1970s, scientists thought it was impossible to solve that, but it's actually predicted by 2050 that it will be healed. So climate change is a much bigger problem. In our case, global warming. But we need more people to fight it too. Don't give up. We can solve this. We can learn from the internet. We can learn from everyone around us. So let's start preaching this. Let's start being fair people.
Why can't you see? You belong with me. You belong with me. What? A girl singing songs like a dying man? How disgusting. When you show me your disgusted face, is that kind of hating? Is that even bullying? What do you think? Hi, I'm Anin from SMP Jakarta. Today I'm going to be starting with hate speech. For hate speech is the undefined word for the most toxic part of the internet to be honest. I'm like 95% sure 3 out of 7 comments are hate comments. Well, basically, hate speech is a paragraph that contains hate expression with rude and abusive words to a certain group, especially based on race, gender, or even religion. Is spreading hate speech is a crime? Well, everyone thinks their hate speech on social media is not a crime, and it's just like sharing their opinion. But there are 4,000 fools in this society every year because of my hate speech. Can you imagine it? 4,000 fools in this society. Well, if you think spreading hate speech is not a crime, that is proof. And we have other case that is similar with hate speech, which is cyberbullying. You know what? That cyberbullying is different from bullying. Cyberbullying is just technology like messenger, email, text, and etc. So, viewer can do it anytime and anywhere she or he wants. So, it makes the impact even bigger than we were thinking. And let's move on to the other problematic issue of the internet, which is hoax. Hoaxes are fake news. They are problematic issues that makes news sources get a bad reputation. There are no filters to the issue they address, and there's no filter for what pops up on the screen. Well, we receive hoax easily from everyone. There are 808,000 websites in Indonesia that are suspected of spreading hoax. Well, what is hoax actually? Hoax is kind of like a trade. When you click an app that says you won $1,000, but when you click on it, something unexpected comes out, like a virus. It's a trick, right? The real thing that I want to talk about is how we can fix all of this. Now, let's say you ever posted a hate speech. Maybe you're impatient, just want to give some credit, want to just share your opinion. But did you think about your sentences? Are your sentences true? Will the person that you give your opinion get hurt? Well, think before posting. If you have a little brother or sister, you may tell them that internet has limits and ethics. They can judge someone immediately based on what they're posting. There are no filters to the issue they address. And don't forget to use internet wisely. And I think that's all for me. Thank you so much all for listening. Wassalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.